Hello, friends, and welcome back to My Hobby Home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are working on the Fat Quarter Shops 2026 limited edition Cupid box table runner. It is called Full Hearts. We are working on making the heart blocks today. And if you had seen the video yesterday, you will know the boo-boo I made. We all make them, so I'm not going to make a fuss out of it. But this is the pattern that we're working on. That you can see it there in the full pattern. So today what we are doing, and I don't need my book to see this, to know what I'm working on right now. But I am taking my left sides of the heart, this here. I'm doing what I forgot to do yesterday, or didn't even think to do yesterday. So I am putting this piece right on top. And I have the others here. Guys, I have not even trimmed these. I haven't pressed them. I haven't done anything. So they're still in the wild, kind of, so to say, you know. But I'm going to put those together and get all my little ones. Got to get my little pieces here, because I want to put my tray of fabrics. This is all I have left right now, because I have all of my heart pieces over here on my table. We are going to be sewing in the top right corner of our left side of our heart. We're going to be putting a square right here in that corner, like that, and we're going to be sewing from the inside to the outside at a diagonal. Once we get all of these diagonals done, I will trim them all at one time. Guys, it looks like it is so dark in my sewing room, but it's not. I don't have any lights out. Everything looks like it's as it should be. So we're just getting this started, guys. And we're just in the sewing room sewing today. That's all we're doing, is just sewing. I really wanted to get at least another hour in today. We are getting prepared for the ice. You know, down here in the south, we don't get it very much. So when it's predicted, everybody goes and buys everything out. I had already scheduled to do a grocery pickup, a Sam's pickup. I handled the snack machine at work. It's actually my snack machine. My husband and I used to have a vending machine business. And we put this snack machine in where I work, because the vendor that we did have during the Big C, our vendor passed away, not from the Big C. He had heart problems. So we actually purchased we purchased his vending route. And my husband and I did. And we did the vending business for a couple years. It was pretty good, but my husband gets called off on shutdowns, and it leaves it to me to fix any problems, restock all the machines, and I just couldn't do it. I couldn't keep up with it all. So we kept the machine that is at our office, at my office, because we don't have anyone else. So I had to do a restock, and I normally do that at the beginning of the month, but guys, you know, I was sick, so I didn't get to do it. So our vending machine is just about empty. And like all the chips in there are expired. But if y'all know, chips and things like that, even if they're expired, they're still good for a couple weeks after that expiration date. But I'm not pushing it further than tomorrow because I know my guys are going to be coming in and they are going to be wanting, I'm probably even going to take get a box of hot chocolate and tell them it's $1. $1. They got a cup, and they got $1. They can have some hot chocolate. I don't know if my K-cup, I don't know if I have a K-cup at the office because I have some chai tea, and I actually think I'm going to make some tonight. I don't know, I'm wanting something warm and comfy and cozy. Because after I get off this, I'm going to go on and wash my hair tonight. I like doing it in the morning, but guys, in the morning, I have gotten to where I'm cooking my breakfast in the morning. I'm not eating out for breakfast anymore because personally, I like my grits and my sausage with my fried egg, my jammy fried egg on it. I've started trying to do that in the morning so I can get my protein in. Get my protein started for the day. And I don't know what happened this morning, but my alarm, I have 2 alarms set. I have a 4:30 alarm, and then I have a 5 o'clock alarm. Guys, I didn't hear that 4:30 alarm at all. And my kitty cats woke me up and let me know when my 5 o'clock alarm was going off. But anyway, we're getting ready at work for the snow and ice. We're probably not going to get snow. We're getting rain, and it's going to be in the teens. So, we're just getting ready. Hey, I'm okay with it. The only thing is, it is probably going to affect the live Friday night with Tammy, because I have to go in at midnight, and the live is probably when I will be sleeping. But I have decided, if nothing else, I can trim up my quilts and hand bind them. So I'll probably be hand binding. I've never hand bound a quilt, so this is going to be interesting. But, I've always seen that hand binding is pretty easy. If I've seen people do it on trips, Miss Dee Dee, I've seen that she's done hand binding in the car on the way to a market or a show or something. I've seen pictures of her doing that. So I think if she can do it in a car, I'm sure I can. I can probably do it sitting in a chair, hopefully. So if you have any suggestions of videos on hand binding, because that's what I'll do, I'll probably go watch a video on the easiest way to hand bind. But that is a goal for me, is to learn how to hand bind. So that's probably what I'll be doing. Okay, guys, so now what I'm doing is working on the right side of the heart. So I am just putting this on the opposite side. And once we get these done, we will have all of these done. So my goal for today is to get all of my hearts sewn together. Not assembled into a block, but all my hearts sewn together. And friends, I'm so happy that y'all have come along with me. I guess maybe I don't say it enough, but it means the world to me that y'all choose to sit and sew with me, because there's so many other wonderful creators out there that you could be spending time with instead of my little small sewing here that I do. I'm not a professional at all, but I really love what I do. And I hope that shows. I hope you guys can see that I love sewing. Well, I tell you what, if sewing while I was sick didn't just show you, I don't know what will. That made me feel better to get in my sewing room and do some sewing. I have another little project that I'm thinking about maybe starting while we're having, our storm work. Normally when we have storm work, I'm at work by myself at midnight. Now, I do lock the doors because I don't like being in there at night by myself. My guys have keys to the door if they need to come in. But I am thinking that maybe I'm going to try another project that I've been wanting to do this. And it's kind of going to be in addition to something I'm already doing. Guys, I've been thinking about maybe trying to do a craft show, but I don't know. That would require me to have a lot of product on hand. But if it's something that I like doing, I'm always looking at gift ideas. Always. Because you can only make so many bags for your kids, My girls like to get things that I make. My daughter-in-law, she asked me, she's like, that bag you gave us for Christmas last year, she told me, she's like, well, she said my granddaughter's name. She's like, she found it and took it. She won't let me, she won't give it back to me. I told her, I said, just give me a little time and I'll make you one. So I got in here that week they were here and I whipped her up a bag and gave it to her. But hey, at least it's being used. That's what I like to see. It's being used. And when you have a 3-year-old and she loves purses and bags and she abuses them, you just make her another one. That's what you do. So friends, what are y'all sewing on today? I know I'm sewing on the full hearts. What are y'all sewing on? I know not everyone got the box because it's just not available for everyone. I mean, whether it be location or cost or something like that, not everybody's able to get it. I'm seriously considering, not this year, maybe next year, going totally free from subscription boxes. I don't know, I may end up doing it this year. My husband and I told y'all the other day about looking at the house next to my daughter where they just purchased their home. And I know most people, they'll be like, don't move under your child. My child told me about it because she wants me to move there. Her fiance told me about it. And I asked him, I was like, are you sure you want me living next door to you? And he's like, I wouldn't have told you about it if I didn't want you living there. And he told me, he said, it would just make me feel better, because they are going to be living a good bit away from us now. But what I'm thinking I can maybe do is make this a rental. Not that I would like to do that because I don't know. I'm very particular about my things. It would probably be best just to sell the house outright and not the land. Oh, I had one too many. I'm hoping I have one too many. Nope, I don't have one too many. I've got another one over here. That one needs to have one as well. But hopefully what we can do, I've told my husband I'm putting him on a budget. I'm already on a budget. But friends, what I'm going to do is trim down the little squares that I put on here and press, and then we will be right back. And at that point, we will start putting the left and right sides of our hearts together. Okay, friends, we are back, and we have everything trimmed and pressed. So now what we are doing is taking our two halves and putting them together. We're hoping that we can get this all done tonight. And friends, you know, I was telling you about the house that I was looking at. I had talked to my daughter. While I was pressing these out, she called. And she told me, well, let me back up a little bit. My husband has not been a fan of the idea of us possibly moving. And so, you know, I'm like, okay, I'll just pray about it. That always seems to be a good option. Just pray about it. See what goes on, what happens. So, I prayed about it yesterday. And I was like, you know, if it's not meant to be, just remove it from my sight. My daughter called and told me somebody bought it today. I was going to offer $85,000 for the house. This person got the house at $65,000. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. And I had actually just, I had messaged her to call me. I knew her fiance was coming in tonight because they're trying to get moved. And so I messaged her to call me when she could. And she called while I was pressing. And I was telling her I had thought about it, and I figured out a way I could finance a second home. What I was going to do was use this as an investment property. And I was going to rent this house, the going rent in my area right now for a 4-bedroom, 2-bath is about $1,200 to $1,400. So I had told my daughter, I said, well, I could use this as an investment property, rent it for $1,200. My note is only $700, y'all. I know a lot of people are going to be $700. I bought this thing almost 20 years ago. But my note's only $700 a month. I could do that and pay it off quicker. I could even do a rent to own, but it would have to be moved once that option was exercised. I would not rent more than 5 years because it will be paid off in 4. Or that's how I've calculated. That's my plan, guys. My plan is to go gung-ho on my house note to get it paid off, because I do want to either get a different house or to move. So, but, you know, it looks like that was taken off the drawing table for me. That's okay. That's okay. That means there's something different out there for me. I do want to get out of where I live because of Meta. I want to get where There is the Power Co-op and Not Entergy, because I saw in the news today they got those big pieces of equipment coming through. And yeah, no, I want to get out of here. Where I live used to be a nice place to live, not so much now. We got a lot of, well, my sister and I have a name for them. We call them the yuppies. And you can always tell people that are from here or that moved here. If somebody says they're from here, I always ask them, are you from here or did you move here? Because if you're from here, you know, you okay. Well, I'm from here. My grandparents, now granted, I moved here when I was in the 6th grade. We've got people that move here that feel like they're entitled, that things should be the way they want them to be, that we should let their children just ride their four-wheelers everywhere they want to because they moved out to the country so their kids could grow up in the country. But when you don't buy but half an acre, your kid only has half an acre to ride on. Around here, we own our land and we farm our land. And we don't want kids riding four-wheelers on the land. I mean, it is a huge deal. We just had a huge deal about this with one of our neighbors. Some children were riding side by sides, four-wheelers and all that on his property and through the ditch. Guys, one moment. Okay, friends, sorry about that. Somebody kept calling me and I didn't recognize the number. They'd call and leave a message. Somebody was trying to sign into my Venmo account, which I don't really have a Venmo account. I created a Venmo account because that is how payments were accepted for the Paducah retreat. So I created one for that. And somebody has been trying to sign into it. And every time they try, I get a call. Well, they sent me, of course, and I'm always skittish about that too, because they can call and tell you to press 1 or something, and then they have access to your phone line to make all these phone calls. What was happening, it was actually Venmo contacting me, letting me know there had been attempts, telling me that if it was not me, to press 1, and once you press 1, Venmo sends you a code, like an authenticator code, and I had to put that code in my phone, and what they did, they kind of locked my account up, which is fine. So now anytime I go into Venmo, which I will have to do pretty shortly, to finish paying my Paducah retreat, they're like, as long as it's paid a month beforehand. I'm like, I need to get it done before that. But friends, my goodness, we're getting ready. I was telling y'all already, we're getting ready for the, we're going to have ice. I mean, we know we're going to have that. We're going to have things freezing. I'm hoping everything is, you know, wrapped tight enough and warm enough that we don't have any pipes freezing. I'm not going to be here. Right now, our little baby, well, it is Wednesday night. Right now, our little baby kitten, he is at the vet. He is having surgery in the morning. He is getting fixed because we not wanting no babies. And we don't like them yawing neither. I have one stray cat outside right now that does that, my goodness, all the time. And I tell you what, I can't stand it when they do that. Because they like to do it in the middle of the night. They make all that meowing in the middle of the night. I know I'm probably going to be at work. Well, I know I'm going to be working Friday and Saturday night. So guys, also I will reiterate, D-Stash, very likely it's going to be postponed because I will not get off until noon on Sunday. And my D-Stashes are normally at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And yeah, I'll probably be asleep at that time. It is probably going to affect me being able to get on the live Friday night with Tammy and Alicia. I feel bad because I've never missed this many lives. I just don't like missing things that I've already committed to. But, you know, I can't help it if I'm going to be working. I may jump on for a few, a little bit just to chit-chat with everyone. But, yeah, I won't be able to stay the whole time because I have to get up and around at 11 o'clock to get out of the house. And, yeah, I don't know if you can hear it, but my outside stray out there meowing right now. So that's why. So my day tomorrow, guys, is going to be insane. Because tomorrow's Thursday. That's the day you're seeing this. I get off work. I go do a Walmart pickup. Then I go straight to get the kitten from the vet. And then I will bring the kitten home. And then I have to leave and go to Sam's Club. I told my husband maybe we could grab something while we're in town. Maybe go to McAllister's and get us a soup. But if he don't want to do that, we're trying to budget, guys. And it's so hard to do that. Do y'all know how hard it is to budget when you really... I don't know. I've always been pretty good about being very budget savvy. But now that I have a goal in mind, I have to budget based off of that goal because that's not been my goal. So I've budgeted around other things. But sometimes, guys, your budget just changes. It just does. And that's why I'm saying next year, possibly, I could even do it this year. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I have not decided yet what I'm going to do about subscriptions yet. I mean, Common Thread Sewing Room, guys, I love their little subscription they do. It's very affordable. If you just want a project a month, something different, let somebody else pick it out, Mystery project bag. That's kind of what it is for me. I mean, it's 20, I think I paid $24.19 and $24.20. That's with shipping and everything, guys. So it's like, was it 24 or 22? And I think I paid right at $45 for both the sewing and the quilting. Now, they have a smocking subscription too. Smocking has never been something I've really wanted to do. But now, I got that green baby. I may want to do it. I got that green baby girl. Yeah, my pen is not wanting to go through this fabric. There it goes. Guys, one of the things that I'm wanting to do is I want to do some quick projects using like Walmart fat quarters. You know, just gifts, you know, little gift ideas. I have a few things in mind that I'm going to do, because some of the things you really don't want to use high quality quilt fabric on, but I'm interested in trying these out. I'm all about trying a new project, a new pattern. They don't always have to be quilts though. Okay guys, I'm on my last two here. My last two, that makes my heart. We've got to see how this is going to lay out, because I think I'm going to go ahead and assemble the blocks. Now I will have to press. We will have to press, of course. Okay, so now we have all of our hearts done. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my little dandy cutter here, cut these apart. I will press these, and then we will lay them out to assemble the blocks. So y'all stay with me, and we'll be right back. Okay, friends, I am back. I've got one block pressed out and ready to go. I've got it on my design wall here. I'm going to look and see, this is my design wall as of right now. I'm going to look and see how it has us putting these together. We're just going to put them together. We're going to go rows across, putting them together. You can only put a row together one piece at a time, so that's what we're going to do here. We're just putting them together one row at a time. One piece at a time. So what I'm going to do is the first two of each row. We only have 3. And I'm going to be making this my center for both blocks. I'm only going to get one block done tonight. And tomorrow what we'll be doing is working on the X's. So that will be our center block. So y'all will see the center block on Friday. Guys, I'm having difficulties pinning here. It's at such a weird angle there. It's hard to get it pinned. But what we will do is, let's see. Thursday, you're seeing us assemble a heart block. Friday, we will be making the X's, and hopefully we will be assembling that block as well. So that'll be on Friday. And Saturday, I think what we'll do is just put the whole thing together. Maybe assemble the 3, maybe sandwich and back. I'm not real sure, guys. I do have a calendar for my scheduled recordings, but I'm wanting to finish some projects that Charmed. I'm sure I need to finish that one up. So we will probably finish that one up Saturday. Now, y'all please remember, I am working 12-hour shifts, midnight to noon. So what you see will probably be recorded when I get off work at noon. But Friday, what I'm going to try to do before I try to get sleep, I'm going to try to get 1 or 2 videos ahead. So what I mean by that is I'm going to try to get, instead of like Friday, I won't be recording Friday's video. Friday, I'll be recording hopefully Saturday and Sunday's video, and maybe Monday's, because Monday, is just the updates. And guys, if it gets to be too much, I just won't record. Y'all won't have a video, which will be okay. I know you guys understand. But, if you're stuck in the snow and ice, snow or ice, and you don't have anything to do, maybe so. I know that's what I would be doing if I was stuck in. But I don't have that option any longer now that I work where I work, because if we have snow and ice or storms, I'm working. That is something they tell you when you start there is, do you have a problem if there's a storm that they call you out? I had no problem. So guys, I've got my 3 rows done. I'm going to press them alternating so I can just nest them together. Okay, I am all pressed out. So I'm going to take the 2 I have down on my table. It's the middle and the bottom row. And I'm going to nest the seams that I nested. And then what I will do is the seams that are pressed open, I will pin them in the center of that seam. And guys, this fabric it's the background fabric that I got. It is a stiff fabric, I'm telling you. Okay, so we have the bottom and the middle pinned together now. We're just getting on that 1/4 of an inch, and we are going to sew these rows together, and we will have a block completed. Okay, so that's the middle and bottom row. We're going to open this up and take our top row, fold it over. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to nest where the heart blocks meet. And then I will pin the center of the heart blocks, the open seams together. So friends, we just about have this block completed. I'll tell you what, I'm not a fan of pressing open seams because they always seem to roll up in the way. Always seem to do that. Now we're evening out this very one here on the end, making sure that's all even. There we go. Now friends, I'm going to press this and be right back so you can see what the heart block looks like. All right, friends, here is our full heart block. Look at that. Very beautiful. Put it on my stand there. This stand that I have, I will have a link down in the description for it. It does serve as a design board, just for a small block if you're interested in it. I have the link down in the description. So, friends, thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up before you head out. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. You don't want to miss a thing that we have going on the channel. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.